Hello, I'm Eileen Richter, and Patty Oetter and I are here because we're excited to tell you about our new short course called The Pervasive Impact of Breath on Function.
Hi, we'll be discussing how respiration is interdependent with other structures and functions, such as the suck-swallow-breathe synchrony to synergy and postural control. For example, the suck-swallow-breathe synchrony, which develops into a muscle synergy, is integrated with the muscles and function of the upper airway and is innervated by the cranial nerves. We're also looking at the muscles of the trunk and pelvis for postural control and for varied respiration. The three-dimensional unstable surfaces that we use frequently to develop midline functions will also help with varied respiratory control. We'll be approaching this subject from a sensory-motor developmental perspective. We'll be looking at the development of respiration and related structures from fetal development on. The first half of the course will be directed toward the development of the respiratory structures and associated structures related to suck, swallow, breathe, and posture. The second half of the course will be directed towards assessment and treatment.
So, beyond considering the neurological underpinnings of respiratory function, we also need to be familiar with the interaction between sensory motor and respiratory function because they influence each other. So we'll be focusing a lot of discussion on particularly orofacial structures and functions because of their importance in the upper airway, as well as on postural control and function because of its influence on the lower airway. We'll also need to understand the elements of motor control and motor development, such as dynamic movement and how that functions as a balance, an intricate balance of stability and mobility, because that applies through all the structures of respiration, from head, neck, jaw, tongue, down through the trunk to the pelvic floor. This is the kind of information that will inform our assessment and treatment planning and strategies. And that will be covered in the second half of this 3-hour presentation. So I hope you'll join us for an information-packed presentation on this very important topic.